Hey, what's up? It's Madden here. Today is Wednesday. We got some new equipment. We're gonna test it out today. New microphones.
We're official.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything came last night. So today we're gonna try to see what's up, how it sounds, and everything.
The best audio.
Hell yeah. Yo, you know what's so crazy? Yesterday I was on Instagram. You remember Bushwick Bill, the rapper, the little midget dude? You know he's died yesterday?
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And David Ortiz that played for the Red Sox. Yeah, he got shot up in Dominican Republic. Yeah, like some gangster shot him up in the Dominican Republic because I guess he thinks he fucking with his wife or something like that. Like, he's in a ways. I don't know if he died. I just glimpsed at it. It was on the paper. Someone like in the paper, and I just like glanced at it. I did not bring a lighter with me.
You gotta come. You gotta stop set tripping. You gotta do your introduction.
Oh yeah. Oh. What's the goodie? So yeah, we live here. It's me and Sasha. We're gonna, have our talks like we normally do. Everybody, you have to make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you comment. Definitely share if possible. But always comment and like. It's important.
For your input as well.
Right. Yeah, we look for the feedback. But yeah, I was real shocked about that whole David Ortiz thing because it's like, dang. Who would they is getting real out in these streets, man.
They are getting real, but you know what it is? A lot of, especially professional football players, basketball players, just sport, NFL, NBA, they take for granted the fact that, that is someone's wife. So
yeah.
You want to cheat, that's fine. You want to cheat on your wife, that's fine. But you gotta know who you cheat on.
Yeah, you can't. It's a dangerous game. Even if you ain't famous, it's a dangerous situation you could put yourself in. It's plenty niggas around this hood that are gonna beat up for fucking with other people's girlfriend and worse. Mm-hmm. So
I feel like, and in my personal opinion, I feel like because of the star status that they have, they forget that they're pregnant.
Yeah, they feel they have this sense of superiority, like, oh, I can't be touched. Like, money can do a lot of things, but for real, it ain't a shield. I ain't never heard nobody use their money as no shield. You got to have real dollars for some shit like that. Like,
completely agree. I was not to bypass what happened because that's a tragedy. Like, any of this is a tragedy. I don't know the circumstances you weren't here, but because it's limited time, so we gotta touch topics and move on.
Yeah.
There was a question that I just said to you that a friend of mine asked you. So the question is, if you meet someone and you guys have this amazing relationship and you get physical, now sex is involved, but this person goes, whether it's a he or she, goes, I don't give head, but they have the best, penis or nani, would you stay with that person?
I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be no. The reason why I say no is because my initial answer is like, yo, it's gonna be real difficult for me to be in a relationship and not get no head. Like, that's already something that I'm like, I don't know if I want to do. So it's like, you shouldn't have to compromise that if I'm in a relationship. I just feel like as much as you don't want to give me head and you want me to be open to the idea of not receiving it, why you can't be that open to the idea of giving it? So, I mean, some niggas can live without, some people can live without oral sex. There's some women that don't even like oral sex. I had sex with a girl before that she didn't want to climax. And I just couldn't understand that. Like, I'm like, no, bitch, you gonna climax with me. That's the whole purpose of this shit.
Why are we doing it? Okay.
Yeah, make me feel good about myself. Shit. You ain't gonna leave here with a job half done.
Agreed. I did ask this question before. How important is sex? If you're putting sex on a scale in a relationship, and the scale is from 1 to 10, it's not, do this big whole thing. Because we know it's important, but scale is from 1 to 10. For relationship and sex involved, how important is sex in that relationship?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be in the top 3 because think about how sex affects your relationship. If your husband step out, that it ruins homes. People kill each other because they stepped out on each other. Sex is important. It's very important in your relationship, because that's what separates and differentiates your relationship from your best friend and your husband. Like, if you're not having sex with your husband, what is he? What's the difference between your best friend and your husband? The sex. To me, I always felt like when you in love with someone, to me, the simplest way that I could explain it is like friendship on fire. Like, I love you so much that I want to create, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you bring to create something together, like this friendship on fire. There's no closer bond that you can have. So if we ain't having good sex, this is gonna be a problem. Like,
It's gonna lead to other issues.
yeah.
Now, how important is a personality? Like, you know, you have a physical attraction to someone where most of the time it's more so, in my opinion, more overpowering than the actual personality, where it's just like, oh man, I want to be with this person, I want to have sex with this person. But getting to know the person, and how important now is that factor as far as personality trait? How important is that for your personality to match?
I want to say it's important that personalities match. I think it's important that you find a good match for your personality. You can get along with just about anybody that you want to. Most of us do. Like, if you think about the relationships that we in, the first 6 or 7 months be perfect. Like, it be hunky-dory. Because we like open to it. We want to do anything that we can to show this person like, yo, I got an interest in you. You want to make them feel good. So I think it is very important, but I don't think it's very hard to adapt to, because if you can for 6 months put yourself in a position where it's like, oh, I'll be open and I'll, get to know you and accept you for who you are, then it's possible to continue to do that. You just have to find someone that makes you want to. Like, sometimes you can be with someone and you're like, bro, I don't have to deal with your bullshit. I really don't want to. You don't feel obligated to. You don't feel it's necessary, because that relationship isn't that important to go ahead and be like, yo, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm very difficult to get along with. But in my relationship, my girlfriend is very submissive, she's very understanding, and she knows me. But it took her 5 years to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen overnight. You have to accept people for the way they are, because I don't believe people change. I just think they become who they really are.
Right.
You grow into yourself. You grow into what you like, what you don't like. I think all the rest of that before it is searching and process of elimination, like trial by error.
Say you're with this person, 5 years in, they haven't proposed, hasn't proposed this, that you just move at all, just stuck, that person is stuck, but in your head, you're just like, I expect to be moving forward, but you guys are stuck. You guys are still like in the first year of your relationship. There's no movement. You're grown, you're growing, but there's no movement in the relationship. Do you stay or do you go?
I mean, you've been in with them for 5 years. You at least owe it to them to have a conversation about how you're feeling. Now, if you've already expressed this multiple times and you was like, yo, look, I'm not going to stick around for too much longer, then you kind of owe it to them and yourself to do what you said you're going to do. It's like, you promised me you was going to leave. So if you don't leave after you've kind of like listened, then that's a problem. But if you haven't expressed that or made it clear, like, look, I'm ready to be married, I'm ready to do something, then you owe it to them to have that conversation. They spent 5 years of their life together. I'm sure you got things together. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, the only person that's gonna ensure your happiness is you. And if you don't chase it down, no one else is. Like, if that person hasn't proposed to you yet, they have their own reasons, and those reasons could be as simple as they don't want to get married, or as complex as they don't believe in marriage, or they're not ready to get married. But either way, if you find yourself ready to do something that your partner isn't ready to do, if that's a man and he wants to be with you, then he should be willing to step up to the plate or get off the pot. There's a saying, shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? That's the only conversation you owe them. And then after that, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. That's your life.
Period. There's none of the thing. Okay. A lot of times I feel like, male or female, you stay in a situation where it's because you're 2 years in, you don't, I invested all this time, so now I don't feel like I need to leave.
That sounds stupid as fuck. People invest in stocks all the time. As soon as the motherfuckers is doing bad, it don't take them 2 years to be like, yo, look, this ain't profitable. Let me move on.
I agree. I feel like that's a sensible thing. But most people go, well, now you're not looking at it as a human being. You're just looking at it as numbers. So get past that. Well, it's not just numbers, it's facts. Like, if you're not...
Numbers is okay to do. Numbers don't lie. If you've been with somebody, I always tell like this. It's like when you're in school. In a relationship, you start off with 100%. You should, because you shouldn't get in a relationship with someone you don't trust, someone that's already been disloyal to you. You know what I'm saying? You start off with 100%. We ain't got shit between us. So the second you do something wrong, now you go automatically down from 100 to, let's say, I'll say 4 chances, right? That's fair. To me, that's way too much before. Let's say you do something wrong, now you down to 75% with me. You know what I'm saying? There's a 75% chance that we will continue this relationship without any interruptions. But that's solely dependent on the person who's been victimized.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So every time you do something wrong in a relationship, you just put more stuff between you and that person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of things that you can do that scrub out wrongs. Like, there's nothing you can do. You can't take sex back. You can't take relationships. There's nothing a lot that you can do. So the best thing you can do in your relationship is just try to keep the less things between them. It's better to be honest up front, even if that truth is going to hurt them, because you give them the option. You give them options to decide whether they want to stay or not. And at the very least, if the relationship ends, y'all can still be friends, because they know they can at least trust you to be honest with them, even when it's going directly against you. If you really love somebody, I always tell people, if you love somebody, then you're going to love them whether they're with you or not. That's how you know you love someone. You just want them to be happy. I love you. I want you to be happy, whether it's with me or with anybody else. That's genuine.
I completely agree. Now, we were speaking about loyalty the other day, and your thoughts on loyalty.
My loyalty is real fucked up, but I'm not an emotional person.
Now, all right. To jump into that real quick. Okay, so we were talking about signs, and a lot of people, at least now, they go, well, I follow myself in sign. You know, I go to people that, I'm supposed to mesh with my zodiac sign.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say zodiac. And I say zodiac.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Jamaican me. But you always identify with your sign.
Yeah, I do a lot.
So, you're on board with the zodiac sign.
I mean, I won't say that I pick girls according to my sign, but I am going to be honest with you. Girls that I date are only, how can I put it? Like, they have literally only been the signs that I've matched with. That's instantly who I attract to. And it's not on purpose, because of course I don't know what her birthday is when I'm talking to her in the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm not checking her zodiac signs and all. Usually people don't check for that stuff until y'all really talking for months, or y'all in a relation, really. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I don't really pay attention to it when I'm dating a girl, but it's gonna definitely come up in a conversation once we exchange phone numbers. And I'm not biased against signs. I go by the person, because there's a lot of little things that go into your sign. Like, you can be a Capricorn, but that don't mean you act like a Capricorn or come off as a Capricorn. There's other little things that go into your sign, your rising moons, and all that stuff. So.
Okay. I just had to hit that, because we were talking a lot about that.
Yeah. But people really do be their signs. Like,
yeah.
They really do be.
You have people that you go, damn, I read about you. Like,
Yeah.
you have people that you have read about. Okay.
And then you have people that you could just tell off bat, like, oh, I know. Like, I could spot a Pisces from a mile away. Pisces is my kindred soul sign. It say I'm supposed to be more attracted to Virgos, but I really can't fuck with Virgos. They way too uptight for me. But I could spot a Pisces female from a mile away because I'll instantly be sexually attracted to her. If she's attractive, like my type of attractive, or mildly attractive, it's going to be a high level of lust, a low level of actual interest. So that's, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because with my girl, she's a Pisces, but she has Capricorn traits about her. So that's why with me and her, it's a little bit different. I don't look at her that way. I look at her more serious because she's a more serious, she's not like other Pisces. A lot of them is like in their own fairyland and they cannot be contained.
And this is just who we came across. Like, that's not.
Oh yeah, I dated a lot of Pisces. I talked to a lot of Pisces.
So,
you can't, they gotta have their own space. Like, you can't, tell them what to do.
What about a Sag?
My mom is a Sag. Yeah? People say Sages are like very sexual creatures. I won't say my mom is a very sexual person because she's not been in a lot of relationships. But she's very comfortable talking about sex with me. Like, she's not like weirded out about it or nothing. My mom is very finicky too. She very like snappy when she wanna be. She's bougie as hell. But she also has a good heart. Like, she always wants to do the right thing. Like, yeah, she always wants to do the right thing. I get along with Sag pretty well.
Last one, Scorpios.
Oh, I don't really fuck with Scorpios. I will be honest. I was gonna come for y'all heads, but I don't really fuck with Scorpios. Like, Scorpio women, I find very sexually attractive, but I would never dare to be in a relationship with them because they crazy. They are extremely emotional and aggressive, and they are very insecure people, and it comes off like they so sure of themselves and they so confident, but it's not. They very insecure, like extremely insecure.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything because fuck these hoes.
Yeah, right.
So, but that. Not all of them.
Not all of them. My sister's a Scorpio. She's cool, but she's still all of those things that I mentioned. Like,
so not hating on anyone. We love everyone.
Yeah, I get along great with my sister, but she's still that way. Like, it doesn't change. I can just tell you could be an asshole and something perfect, great at something else at the same time.
Yeah, you know what I mean. A lot of people are afraid to address that.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's travel.
Travel.
Let's travel. We're traveling.
Yeah.
So you are a traveler. You are what I would consider a nomad.
Yeah, I don't belong to anybody.
I'm a nomad.
I like to believe I belong to New York, but even New Yorkers be like, nigga, you ain't from New York, dude.
Where I am is where I am.
Right.
I belong to me.
Yeah, it serves me my purpose, and then I move on.
Yeah. So, you belong to you. Yes.
I traveled. I don't think I've traveled a lot compared to like people that I know, but I guess more than like most, like my friends home. Yeah, I traveled and lived a lot of people. Yeah, there's a lot of people that ain't never even been out of like Long Island. Period.
So, the problem with you, first place I want to hit because I want to go back so bad is Cali. Let's hit Cali.
I love Cali. The weather is beautiful. Like, even in the winter, it's always beautiful. When it's not on fire, it's a beautiful place. When you're not dying of smoke inhalation, it's a beautiful place. Everybody there I won't say they're like friendly, but once you get to know them, they're hella cool. There's always stuff to do. It's always a nice day outside. There's always traffic. It takes an hour to get everywhere. Yeah. The girls are fine as hell. The drugs are great. And the parties, yo, they really know how to party in California. They really know how to party in California, and the people are really like aware, and they're not afraid to be themselves. That's what I think I like about California. California is like, well, where I was and the friends that I had, they're like, I didn't have a lot of like gay friends or anything like that, but they're not afraid to be themselves. It's like, you know, you go to Soho, you see all different types of random people just being themselves. Midtown, places like that, you know, Brooklyn, like, it's like that. A whole lot of people just being themselves. Like, at first when I was there, I was like, damn, y'all niggas will wear anything. Like, but then after a while you be like, but they cool though, like he hella cool, like, and them people is funny as fuck down there, and they talented. Like, everybody out there has something that they can do. Like, it's nobody, you know, like, they talented. Yeah. Like, and the people, when I say they friendly, like, yo, you're hella talented, I want to work with you, bro. I'm going back to Georgia next month. That's cool. If you want to stay for 2 more weeks, you could sleep on my couch, and then we can try to see where we can find you to go after that. Like, they're cool.
Okay. So, Georgia.
I like Georgia. Georgia's another place. Great weather all the time. They got great food down there. Like, oh my God. California also. California has great, like, they food, them people, they come from all over the place, and they make shit that you be like, what the fuck, then fucking fuck, this is fucking delicious. What the fuck did you put in it? Like, California has the best fucking food, hands down, period, that I've ever had. Like, consistently.
Can you imagine if we get to travel?
Yeah, I mean, we could. My friend lives out there. She lives in California. I want to go out there and visit her, and she's like food nuts. Her name is Day, and she's hella cool. She lives in the hood, like South Central, but she works I don't know where she works. Wherever she works at, she works real close to wherever like Tyler the Creator likes to work, because he like hang out. She always recording him on his bike. She does makeup, so like it would be a good thing, like, to go down there and like have her, because she knows, she's like all about the food. Like, we sit and literally and DM each other. Yeah, like, she's like one of my best friends in California. I haven't seen her, so I would love to go out there. We just sit and DM each other stuff all day on Instagram that we would love to eat.
Food, talk, and travel will be linked below
right.
At the bottom. So this is 2 channels, but it's all equal.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. Make sure you watch the videos.
All that will be linked at the bottom.
Watch the videos, make the food, and while you're eating the food, watch this. There you go.
That's it.
Simple.
Listen, teamwork. Teamwork with teamwork.
But yeah, that definitely would be lit. I have friends like all over the place. I have friends in OKC.
So I personally know of Cali, Georgia. Where else have you seen?
Oh.
That you feel like the people should know, like you should go here.
Oh, Vegas. If you haven't been to Vegas, I mean, everybody's been to Vegas. They've gone to the Strip and they've done that. I lived in Vegas, so there, for me, like, the Strip was like something that was like, nigga, I'm not going over there. That's like tourist. That's like, but if you live in Vegas, I'm gonna shout out to y'all, because they secretly, niggas in Vegas, they secretly gangsters. They get away with a lot of shit in Vegas, like. Deadass. I remember I went to one of my friend's crib and I pulled up to her. I was like, yo, what the fuck happened? He was like, oh no, somebody ran through the wall here. I was like, yo, these niggas is crazy, like straight through the apartment wall. Like, they crazy. They be shooting up house parties, all types of shit. They wildin' in Vegas. But they food is great. They got a lot of buffets that are like world renowned. Like, people come to Vegas just to go to those buffets. And then there's a lot of Asian people in Vegas. So they have like all these Korean places, all these Japanese. Their Asian food is really actually very good. It's very good. Like, New York has great, like, old style, you know, like authentic old style Asian food. But Vegas has very good, like, new age cuisine, Korean barbecue. Like, it's fucking delicious.
I agree.
The houses are cheap. Like, people think they're like, oh, who the fuck would want to live in Vegas? But the houses are cheap. They're very big and they're nice. The people are cool. Like, I like living in Vegas. Like, out of all of the cities that if I had to choose, oh, where would you like to live for the rest of your life or retire to? If I could, I would retire to Vegas. But I would love to live in California for, you know, just because it's more city. But if I was gonna retire, I'd go to Vegas. Vegas is a beautiful place to live. Get you some nice honeys, smoke all the weed, do all the, you know what I'm saying? Because it's low key. Ain't nobody, they ain't even got no professional teams. Just go to Vegas. They don't got no professional teams. Listen to me. That's why it's so cheap over there. They trying to get one. Y'all better move before they do.
I'm not even going to get into that. We never
Look.
So, before we end this, anything else you want to tell people before we end this?
Nah. Nothing popping to my mind. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to think of something as soon as you cut the camera off. That's usually how it goes. But, nah, I just want y'all to stay safe in these streets. You know what I'm saying? If you like to read, if you like, I don't know what y'all like to do, but whatever you like to do, apply it somehow to learn something. If you like to read, or if you like to watch movies, or if you like music or things like that, and you want to learn, and you want to learn something important from it, put that in the comments from it. But no matter what it is, because I can teach y'all niggas a whole lot. I like learning. That's all I do. So just keep it safe. Hold your heads up. Keep your hands in your own pockets.
Jail time is not your time. It's not my time. That's what I keep telling you.
Right. It's not my time.
So, tell them where to find you.
Oh, yeah. You could always find me on Instagram. I hate Madden. Hate with an 8. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and you comment. Links are below.
Always forget the SoundCloud.
Oh, and my SoundCloud is I hate Madden as well. So there you go. There you go.